Yeah, so Neon White was a game we talked about. Was it
The,
six? How many months ago?
Several.
Yeah, it was several months ago for one of it had a demo on the Steam Next Fest the time before last, I think.
Like the
Maybe
winter
last
one,
one.
right?
Yeah, it was over the winter.
It's a Donut County, folks, that are
I was
making
like,
it.
wait, what?
Folks, there's one guy.
It's
Yeah,
one
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
It's literally one dude.
Yeah.
That threw me for a loop before I remembered the connection there. Um, but yeah, so it's basically it's a speedrunning game.
Yeah.
That's really it.
It's like
The story is irrelevant for my purposes.
I think the
It's a
story's good.
the story's fine. It doesn't do it for me,
I like
but
the characters. Like the characters are really good.
the characters are also, in my opinion, fine.
Dude, no, they're funny. They're so funny.
Yeah.
So I've
Uh,
heard I've heard that the game has a little bit of Mirror's Edge ish feel to it because you are kind of running and hopping over stuff and doing a little bit of parkour, but then at the same time you're picking up these weapon
Yeah.
cards, but they're not really. It's not like deck building. It's more of like this is just a way to kind
no.
of manage
Yeah,
your.
No,
so
yes. So the cards dictate basically all of them are actual guns or weapons, but then have secondary fires
Okay.
that have usually aerial mobility of some kind, whether that is dashing in a straight line, throwing down a bomb that you can kind of like rocket boost off of. I actually don't know what that shotgun does. There was the dash there. So you basically there are ways to dictate the route that you take to clear the level. So you need to be able to kill all the enemies and make it to the end as fast as possible. So where those cards are, when they drop, who drops them, basically will just dictate how fast you can get to the end for each level. So, and also there's also these little collectibles that you can pick up that we're watching here,
Mm-hmm.
and that is serves for little side quests and stuff like that.
yeah, so okay, so I was gonna say sorry, I had to go walk
Yeah,
a
you're
dog.
fine.
But yeah, so what I was gonna say is the designer, he specifically said like he made it as a speed running game. I mean, obviously, but he says like he sees speed running as like a puzzle solving
Yeah,
thing. So like it's like you have a set amount of like tools and you figure out how to use your tools to approach a situation. So that's kind of what it is. So like yeah, you can go in the crit path and just like go straight and do fine, but there's so many ways that you can like use it to like use those cards or tools to approach things differently and get the faster times or get the faster speeds. It's just yeah, it's really interesting how he designed the game. Like it's just like there's there's like a weird flow state that you get into when you play that I don't know how he designed the game with that in mind, but it's like you just get into this mode where you're just like kind of going and like everything just starts moving and
Mm.
vibing and clicking. It's just yeah, it's crazy. It's really interesting because you have to kill all the demons before you can complete the stage. So like you have to figure out like okay, this is I need to use 2 shots from here, three shots from here, and then I can use the secondary to do this and grab that one and shoot this secondary and then jump here. Like it's just so interesting and so fun just kind of get like elbows deep and just like figure out a level. It's just if it's so rewarding, and I'm assuming Taylor mentioned like the way you get like presents or things or like other like you can get presents in each stage that you can give to your friends that you have to like intentionally figure out the
not
level in an obtuse way. It's
right.
really
Yeah,
cool. It's like its
the
own
gifts are
puzzle.
never in a place they're in a place where you have to use the cards in the level in a way that does not help you reach the end of it.
Yeah.
So it helps to serve to build your awareness of where you are in this stage, but also learn the cards and just again problem solve and puzzle solve in a different way.
It's very cool, and there's probably a lot of people turned off by it because like I don't know, half of the game is like a visual novel and the other half is like a speed running thing, but you can skip the story. Like, it's not
Yeah, really
like
easily. You can press the
yeah,
F key and it literally just zooms past it all the time.
yeah. So it's just very fun to play. And the way I can't even like speak to like how well it's thought out. Like it's so intentionally thought out to be a speed running game. Like it's so easy to like restart a level. It's so easy to restart a level multiple times and then get the thing you want and then start the next like stage. Like it's just so fluid. It's so yeah, it doesn't get in your way, which is good. Like it just kind of lets you like, hey, like go and you just go and then there's like no little things are just getting annoying, like, oh, it's annoying to go into this menu to go to the next level. It's like, no, you just press escape and there's the next level button at the top. Like,
Hmm.
it's really well thought out on every design standpoint. The story I think is really good. Taylor doesn't for whatever reason. But I think it's like it's a genuinely funny game, which I think is rare. I mean, it might not be funny to a lot of people, but it's just like it's made me laugh a lot, which is hard for games to do. Games really don't make me laugh. But this one just has good humor. And I think the story is cool because it's just written differently. It's like it's intentionally horny. It's intentionally like very just like on the nose about stuff, and I just like that a lot. I like this like very just like we're gonna be cringy and edgy because but we know that we are, and they just have fun with it.
I
I'm
feel like
curious to how it plays on the Switch. I think Dolly should buy it on the Switch and tell
that's
us.
what
Uh,
I've heard it
the
plays pretty well, but I again I
Yeah, I
haven't.
mean, so I've watched some videos mostly because um, as I've done my best to beat all of my friends' times, a lot of the videos that are uploaded are actually from Switch,
Oh, wow.
and so it definitely took a graphical fidelity hit.
Mhm.
There's a lot of water in the levels, and those reflections are almost non-existent. Um, but it definitely runs at 60, which is
Oh,
im-
Whoa.
imp- imperative. Well, I mean, you can't port this game to Switch and not have it run at 60.
right.
It's core to the playing the video game by being like the speed running thing that it
Yeah.
is. So,
Sure.
It has
but yeah,
gyro aiming too, so I mean, hey, gyro aiming, whatever. Dolly,
I like
also
I want
gyro.
to see
gyro aiming.
gyro is gyro
Gyro aiming.
aiming.
You
Hero
can throw
hero aiming.
souvlaki at the screen.
Um, but yeah, I mean, like actually the gyro aiming sounds like it would kind of be necessary, especially for really fast times. You need
Yeah.
really precise aiming in a lot of cases. But yeah, I mean, my favorite thing is, and I've already had somebody, an old friend of mine, reach out to me, to was like, I saw you coming up on the leaderboards, so I just wanted to
Hmm.
let you know that I'm coming back.
Oh.
And then I went and I spent this afternoon beating all of his times. So
Yeah,
it's that kind of game as well on
right.
top of everything else, which
Sure.
is you've got the global leaderboard and then you've got the local leaderboard. Um, our own Scratty Bones, Aaron Kelly out here also posting some hot times in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, like I was talking about it in another Discord, like, hey, this game's good, and then I just had a random person I've never talked to in there say, hey, add me as a friend. So like we were just racing against each other, and it's just like I was like, oh god, he's
That's so
0.2 milliseconds faster than me. Oh my god, what do I do? How did he get like you're just sitting there racking your brain, you're like, what? How did
There,
he like?
there
How
are
did he
some
do this?
levels. There are some levels that are just really tuned where, you know, you do like in the whole run. There's one that I can think of where you literally go straight, jump, dash, land on a pillar, jump, and then dash again. And like that's actually you don't even do the second dash. It's literally just those 4 actions. It's run, jump, dash, jump, run. And I don't know. There's like somehow somebody has an additional like 500 milliseconds off of that time. Like there's nowhere else to go. That's the whole level. I don't know. But
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Uh,
yeah. So also, I will say another cool thing is one of my favorite cards is the blue cards, like a little sniper. It's
yeah.
like a dash. It's a forward dash, and when you hit another monster demon, the demon will drop its power. So some of these demons have certain powers associated with them. So when you dash through them, you get their power. And there's some levels that are dedicated to that mechanic that are so fucking fun. And
Or you think about
I
the one where you just dash, 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 dash,
yeah, and
dash.
you have to like
Yeah.
aim correctly, and then it's like you're dashing, and then you get a yellow gun, and you're like, oh shit, I have to jump somewhere. Where's this jump? Okay, it's around this pillar. So you're like curving around the pillar, you're jumping onto these balloons. You're like, okay, here, like, and then you finally get it so fast, and then someone has one that's like 0.5 faster. It's like, how the fuck did you like? Is there a certain angle, and you need like it's crazy. It's
Mhm.
it's
I
really
would
fun.
probably be like twice as far through the game if I didn't
Mm,
have Zach's times showing at the end of every run.
yeah.
Because
Making you go back and try to beat them.
I would literally not progress to the next level until I was faster than Zach's
That's
time.
awesome.
Yeah. So, and also like it encourages you to um get, so there's certain times you have to beat for each stage, and it'll show you there's like 3 medals that you can get. It's like first, second, third, and for each level there's like things you unlock. So it's like first one I think is like you unlock this like a secret path. It'll show you like a different path, and then the second one is a ghost, so you can see the ghost of your fastest time. And I think you also unlock the gifts then as well.
Yes.
And then the third is you unlock the leaderboard. So you have to at least get the fastest time the game tells you that's the fastest to unlock the leaderboard. And then that's when things actually get crazy. You're like, okay, I finally figured it out on my time. I felt really good about that. It took me 45 minutes. Let's see. Oh shit, like they're 2 seconds faster than me. Okay, now let's go back and grind this out.
It's really weird because it basically is just golds, or there's 4 because
Oh,
there's
yeah.
bronze, silver, gold,
Silver,
and then
and-
platinum. And it's really weird if you go from like a bronze is like, okay, I'm gonna take my time, go through it, figure out the level, and then I'm gonna beat it. Silver is okay, I found the right way, but I messed a couple things up and I was too slow. Gold is I followed the clear direction of the natural level design and made it to the end. And then platinum is okay, I know how to beat the level, and then I followed the hint, which shaved off a couple seconds, and now I've got the platinum time. So you do that, and then you see the leaderboard, and you're like, okay, I mean, I went from bronze at like 45 seconds, and now I'm platinum at 25 seconds. And then you go to the global leaderboard, and it's like 10.25 seconds. And you're like, where is 15 seconds coming from? It's just like somehow. And then, you watch a video of somebody doing it, and you're like, yeah, I mean, it's really cool to like be a part of the, like, because I'm not going to speed run a normal game.
Right.
This game is that already, so I'm already kind of in the environment where it's like if I wanted to do some of those things, all of the tools are right there. I'm not trying to do anything else because that's what the game is, and I like that part of it.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to do any no clipping or anything special.
Right.
Like the things that are there that will let you get that time are just there. Like you just need to use your tools and figure it out. Like, and that's what's cool because like there are some times I've seen it like, how the hell does someone get that? And then I go look it up on YouTube and like, Oh, because I automatically assume someone's hacking. That's the first thing I'm like, someone's clearly hacking these times, but no, they're real. Like people are just like figuring out unique ways to use the powers, or they use them out of sequence, which is also really interesting from a game design standpoint. Like, oh, let's use this out of sequence. Like, yeah, it's just so smart and well tuned. Yeah, just from like a gameplay perspective, like it's just definitely, I think, the best thing this year so far. Like it's definitely like I love it to death. It just sings like it's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, but it's just like so hard for me to play it because like I'll sit there and play one stage or like one thing that's like usually like 8 levels within a stage. I'll play that for like 2 hours just so I can get everything to where I want it to be, which is like, so then after 2 hours, like, hey, time to go do the story. But then the time I want to do the story, it's like, I'm already tired. Time to go to bed. So it's just like, it's been a slog, but not like a bad slog. Like, oh,
Yeah.
like, yeah,
It's been a slog. It's felt like a slog because like I want to progress, but then you get in the middle of it and you're like, I can't go yet.
yeah.
And you're doing what you want to do, but you just want your brain to work a little bit differently. Like I had one act, series of levels where I left one level at gold instead of platinum, and I was literally the first thing that I did when I sat down to play it again today was like, all right, I have to go to get the gold one. And the only reason I didn't do it is because I accidentally clicked play next level, instead of replay level the first time around. I would have cleared it. I would have tried it again immediately otherwise.
Yep.
But yeah, that's
That
good.
definitely happens. Yeah, I had that once where it was like 3 golds that I was just like, I was laying in bed. I was like, tomorrow I'm gonna go back down and get those plats because like, yeah, it just kind of burns a hole, man.
So I've been using Dali during this
Mhm.
podcast. Here's a Dali of Neon White speedrun. I think it'll be very, very apt. There you go. Neon White speedrun.
That's definitely. Oh, so I was
Yeah,
thinking. So like
kinda.
I streamed the game for like an hour, maybe like last Friday or 2 Fridays ago. I don't remember. But during the process of streaming it, I'm like, man, this is a horrible stream game to watch because you're just gonna sit here and watch me restart for an hour. Like,
Yeah, I mean
that's
that's one of the most core things about the game is that it literally has a dedicated. And actually, I'm glad that we started to stream that we started the show because I was getting to the point where I was like pressing the F button. So the F button literally just restarts the level no matter what you're doing at any time. Press F, boom, you're at the beginning again. And I was getting to the point where I was trying to grind out a path on a level, and I was just pressing F accidentally. And I was like, okay, no, this is not good.
Dude,
This is step away time.
There's some levels where you're like, okay, I need to jump first, and you jump, and you just know right when you press it, you're like, fuck, okay, F, jump, F, jump, F, jump, F, jump, F, jump. Okay, let's go F. Like it's like that's just the natural progress of that game.
Taylor, maybe you should have played on a different device, like your Steam Deck. This is Taylor playing Neon White on his Steam Deck using Dali.
That's a Nintendo Switch.
Right?
Yeah, they made it look really Nintendo Switchy. Yeah, actually, I have not put it on Steam Deck yet, but I probably will tomorrow.
All right, I have one more. Okay, I have one more. Neon White, if it was created by M. Night Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan's Neon White video game.
Oh
Dang.
my god!
Check this out. Woo!
It kind of looks like Cruelty Squad.
There
Yeah, it
we
looks
go.
like Cruelty
Kinda looked like
Squad.
suddenly
It looks like
really
Cruelty Squad and like the Kingdom Hearts 2 cutscene where Riku and Roxas fight.
Oh my
That's
god!
awesome.
Incredibly bizarre.
Okay. Enough Dolly fun. Neon White, everybody. Good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, hey, and the story, I think the story is really funny.
Shut up, Taylor. Stories.